Okay, no, look here. Yes.
Here's what. Hey everybody, I am Humble. A lot of people know me by Maude. My business is Maudes Vintage. What I do is support positive mental health by creating dad hats, bucket hats, and t-shirts with an affirmation to send a message out to anyone that's struggling with their mental health.
And how did it come about?
My boys. I have two boys, 12 and 7. We all experienced a hardship where I felt that we all needed some therapy because we were locked in a little bit and everybody was just at each other's head. You know, emotions was everywhere. I noticed that there's not a lot of communities that have mental health for younger kids that in my kids' age. So it's hard to kind of find a connection with their youth and with who they can connect with. And because it's hard for me to but connect with them as well. Because sometimes I'm not understanding what they're going through because they're not either expressing it well enough for me to understand, or it's just a feeling. So my boys inspired me to step in and be more vocal about our mental health.
Jump the gun with it.
Yep, I literally just pretty much jumped the gun with it. I felt like I've always wanted to be that spokesperson for someone else just because I needed that. And when I did reach out to that person, you know, she did what she was supposed to do, but I still felt like you know, I needed a safety team. I needed somebody safe.
Yeah. And
I want to be able to create that safe space for my kids and other people around me. It's gonna come. I feel like more so like not going against your brother or sister. It's just like, dang, why is my brother being a little bit better than I am?
Yeah.
And we don't even understand that everybody's journey is definitely different. And that's the part right there.
Come on. That's key. That we all miss.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Because I see that with my youngest boy. He's like, Mom, why can't I be this way? Why can't I'm like, you're 7? He's 12.
Yeah, yeah.
Different ages. I'm sorry, baby, but you can't be where Big Bro is. So, but Big Bro is role model. So he tries to mimic him in all ways, and he just can't help to be in that state of mindset to be like, you know, I want to be like my Big Bro. It's cool. So it's finding that balance and not comparing yourself to your older siblings or your younger siblings. And I'm giving you the honest truth. It's hard. It really is. It's really hard to not compare yourself to the social media world. It was easier back then because we had TV, so that thing can shut off. We had magazines where we read, we really didn't care, tear it out, put it on our wall, and that was that. Versus social media is now in our hands and we're like scrolling. It's a constant magazine and a constant just energy exchange versus we used to just be able to throw things away. And like, oh yeah, that was, oh, okay, I can be like that, but now it's another new magazine coming out, so I have to be this way. Instead of with social media, it's a consistent, oh, I gotta learn this new TikTok dance. Acknowledge who you are. Especially in the space that you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on to that moment because, yeah, you have social media. That's just information for you to be better. You can take it like that. Outside of just comparing yourself. So that's my best advice I can give you. Ooh, it goes so many ways. It really does. Because now, I feel like now with social media, it's more open to a place where you can be yourself. Before you weren't able to be yourself, you had to be a particular size, you had to look a certain way, you had to present yourself a certain way. You can't even go to a job interview the way I look.
The way I look.
It goes back to just really owning yourself and really taking that time out to write in that gratitude list. That's one of my ways. The more I feel like, you know, when I say I need a break from social media, it's because I'm comparing my business or myself And that's where my mental come in. It's like, oh, you're not doing enough because this person's doing it way more. And they this age and you're this age, you know, then that's that negative self-talk. So when you get that negative self-talk, you got to turn back around and be like, yo, what's up? You know, you got to match that energy, because if you're trying to match that energy to social media, you can't, because it's going to always defeat you in your mental state. You got to defeat that.
I like that.
That's one of the things I noticed. It takes away from me fast. And I'm like, okay, let me go and get my writing out. Let me go back to my journal. Let me go back to what I was doing before, because I noticed a difference in my mental. I'm more lighter. I'm more clearer. I'm more at peace. I'm more at zen. I'm having a happy day. Versus I'm on social media. It's so much negative things, and then it's so much positive things. And no matter how many times you go up and down with that, you've not found that balance at all.
It's inconsistent.
So now your mental is what?
Off balance. Wow.
For real.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm doing now. If my body is telling me to take that nap.
Take a nap.
Because I don't know what I'm about to get ready to do in the next 3-4 days. Yeah. I might need that extra. Oh, I'm glad I took that 30-minute nap.
Yeah.
Because that 30 minutes can go a long way. And that's something I'm right now battling myself. I'm toe to toe. It's me versus me.
Okay.
But you gotta grab on hold to yourself now.
Yeah.
In that moment. If you feel how you feel, acknowledge that feeling. Accept that feeling. It's a reason to accept it, because you need to experience that feeling. So that way you can help the next person or yourself get through that same feeling when it comes back around again.
And it's gonna come back around again.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, this right here, me versus me, it comes around often. And this is why I continue to post on Friday. Sometimes I don't. And I'm like, you miss one Friday, that's it. That's all that's it. You gotta get back up and do it again.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm also starting my Wednesdays, Mental Strength Wednesdays.
Come on.
I check-in, because I feel like we need a little bit of a check-in in the middle of the week. A little bit of advice.
You do.
Mental advice, okay? It's a lot of things that we need, but I feel like a mental strength advice can go a long way. It's definitely in the middle of the week. So I am doing that. I'm starting that. And that's just something I can stay consistent with, because that's advice for me as well as for someone else. Yes.
And breathe.
I'm
learning to breathe. I'm learning to do that.
Breathe now, because your shoulders are up.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, you gotta breathe, because sometimes we hold our breath in and we just driving, or we're just moving around, and we don't even know that we need to
exhale.
I would say my biggest setbacks in my business is more so being confident even more in my business. The setback of it is just the negative self-talk of feeling someone will be interested in my business. Who's going to buy what I say, or who's going to believe that I did this? It's that nervousness, it's that fear that keeps me here versus where I should be more open. How I deal with it and how I'm trying to overachieve it right now is keep it going, posting my videos every Friday, being consistent with that, finding new avenues on how I can connect with my followers. And that's what I've been doing. And I still have my setbacks, only because life outside of my business, my personal life does sometimes affect my business as well.
Yeah.
Finding that balance and realizing that you do need a team in your business is just like, how you gonna get a team? You ain't got no money. You know? So you have to be the team, you know, and your personal life and trying to do that, finding that balance and trying to overcome that hurdle, because it's a lot of people right now that is doing both. And I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing both. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I mean, I don't know what everybody else believe in, but I'm telling you for sure, you're right. I do. When in those heavier moments, when those thoughts are very heavy and you're very clouded and your energy is very negative, and where you want to go into that hermit mode, you do call on the man upstairs, man, for real. Yeah. And jump right into it real quickly.
Go ahead.
This week has been the most lighting week for me.
Okay.
Because of last week's and months ago, I just been feeling more of a darker cloud.
Yeah.
And I feel like now this week, I don't know what it was.
It's just lifted. Oh, it feel good, huh? I know.
That's why my friend. But I am so. I'm very, very grateful for this week. I'm grateful to even be in this space and sharing it with you. I feel way more lighter. I feel like I can be around people, because when you are in those moments, you do call on the man upstairs, and sometimes it's even hard to even hear him, or hear who you confide into, or your daily affirmations if you get in on your notifications or something like that. Sometimes you see all of those things, but you can't embody those things. And it's hard to embody those things, and it's not like you're not grateful for those moments. It's just that, like, how do you take the advice and apply it in this moment, when you feel the way you feel? But then that goes back to just honoring the way you feel. You have to, before you take that advice, because it's like water and water and oil? It don't mix. Yeah. Versus me. I'm telling you, that good side that you is like, what's up? It's like ready to protect.
Yeah.
Because you don't realize how you manifest who you want to be, and yo versus me comes out like, what's up? I'm on this other side. Come
Pressing
on,
you.
like, exactly. Yeah. And she gonna keep hitting at you until you like wake up. You gotta wake up. And I like the way I put those things, because it helps me be like, you better stop tripping. Or she'll allow you to be, feeling that feeling. Please do. Don't brush it off. Yeah. Go through it. And it's an uncomfortable feeling. I know.
So uncomfortable.
It's like, why am I feeling hurt?
Everything in my life is fine.
No, and you know what? That's one of the things I was realizing. I'm like, I got my house, I got my car.
Yeah.
I got food on the table. My kids are good. Who else is going to pull you out of it, And sometimes that's what we do look for, is someone to come in and
pull us out of that when they can't.
And,
we have to do it.
COVID time, definitely. I've always been skating, and I used to go to World on Wheels.
Yes.
World on Wheels, and of course it closed down, and then life happens, and COVID. We're outside now, so I got to change my wheels for outside wheels, and I connected with not my young brother, but one of my childhood friends' brother, and we kept going, we practicing. Now he's just as smooth as I can. Like, I'm like, look at you grow. Yeah, I love it. But it's just seeing him and where we come from and what school and how we were teased. Oh my God. Our transition, him being in the business and me being in my own business. And I'm like, dang, going back to your childhood definitely pulls you and it pulls a different strength of you to be in your adult time. It's like you're digging back into your goal to pull it back up,
Okay.
That's the way I'm looking. I feel like, connecting with him again and sharing that Sunday with him and just sharing those moments with him, that also helped me keep going, because I look at his brand and I'm like, oh, you're like really a Jay-Z to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, the way you move, the way you present yourself, the respect that you have, it's crazy, So I look up to him and just like, I want to be like you one day, seriously. Success to me, how I look at it is, I want to be successful. I want to be looked at and remembered as a more of a wealthy person. I
the success, I don't want it to be like, oh, she has the money or she knows everything. I want to be able to be looked at like equal to the next person, because I'm no better than you are. And my success ain't better than your success. You can definitely be successful. So that's how I, look at my success, and how I'm just, that's what brings me happy. My happiness, honestly. I think I missed my direction.
It's gonna come back.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's gonna come back because it just threw me off. I don't mind speaking to people. I like to connect with people, and I like to, I feel sometimes I'm actually called to people to, deliver a message on, shoot, just your appearance or something. Like, oh, you look really, really nice today. And maybe you was actually looking for someone to say that. Or, you're going to have a good day today. Maybe you were looking for that. Or just you venting to me and you didn't even know you needed that venting. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoy that. It's nailing on me right now. You just you really did, because I'm there. I'm very there, and it's a personal reason. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we fall short to being servants, and we don't even know, because we just are who we are to family, friends, co-workers, your job, your own job. We just fall short to that. Because we're so committed. That's what it is. The commitment. Ooh. And what I'm learning now is I have to find a balance, and I have to pull myself. I have to. Because when I'm looking for something, or if I'm in need, if I'm in that need and I genuinely just need it, I'm expecting it. Yeah. Because I'm a genuine giver, and I'm a genuine servant, and I genuinely commit. Why do I do those things? Because I feel that it aligns up with me. Yeah. So I feel like when it's supposed to be returned genuinely and it's not, now I go back to the drawing board, and now I gotta withdraw myself. I'ma still support you. I'ma definitely pass that card out. I'ma definitely say something about your brand, whatever it may be, because I still
have that.
Yeah. That's just who I am, because I, even though you may not do it for me, but when I do it for you, my bigger blessing is still gonna come. Edit out of this, but I'm telling you, the best thing that I've learned this year is not to be anybody's servant anymore. You can't. My friends, and I look at all of my family, and I see like, dang, maybe I did kind of sat down a little too long. Maybe I could have been further in, or whatever the case may be. I still want you to be right here behind me, like I am with you, no matter what. No matter what. I pull up. Oh, you need me? Yeah. Say less. Drop the next person real quick. Whatever event it is, I'm going to be there. I just be expecting that only because of my background. This is the point. This is where it gets me kind of messed up, is when you kind of confide into like the people that like business. You want to have that business communication and stuff, or your friends, and they push you to be who you want to be because you confided into them. But when you're there, you turn back, they're not there, and it's like, why? That's mental. And you said it right there. It's your fault. Yeah. I have to realize that. I was so angry. I was like angry. Every day I was tearing. Yeah. Because I'm like, dang, man, I'm not this. That's not fair. And it's not their fault. It's not. So that's that balance, and I'm pulling myself back. So now how I'm gonna redirect myself and find that balance. I'm not giving no more. Yeah. I give what they give you.
For Maude's vintage.
Ooh. Honestly, my biggest hope is to be consistent still in the community. I do want to be recognized more in my community of Inglewood. I do the biggest goal. So what I do is I do modeling on the side too. Okay. So my modeling is going to be paying for Maude's Vintage, of course. And then those businesses together are going to be paying for a shelter. Only because I had that experience of being in shelters. I want a shelter where people can get to. I want a shelter where mental health is on the spot. Any alcohol, drug addiction on the spot. Like my goal is to own a whole block. You know what I'm saying? With on-site care, RNs, like literally for real, like inside. Because what I've noticed, and I'm not knocking anybody that's in those fields, is that we put people, all the shelters are in a community where it's easier to go back to the drugs and the people to get back in contact with that person. So what I want to do is create that space where you come into my place, and the only thing I ask you to do is stay committed to what you want to do in here. And I know it's going to be more, but I'm ready for the challenge because this is where I'm at. Come on. And honestly, the goal is just to help you, and I want to be able to fulfill jobs in there while they go through those, programs. But they have to fulfill those programs in order to fulfill a job. That way they feel more safer if that's, something that they want to stay committed to with my business. But I also, those are the things that I want to do. And that's the hope that I am, pushing towards, because I do truly believe I am going to be on a pole, not a pole, but a platform. A platform. I see myself just speaking to people that are thinking, and because I know it's right there. It's right there. I just got to keep going and grabbing at it, and honestly, continue to learn, and I'm always open to continue to being a student, because you still learn every day. You don't know nothing.
We don't.
Nobody knows anything. That goes back to being on mental. Nobody knows anything on Instagram. Okay? If it's shut down like it's been doing.
Come on. Where are you going to go?
Where's your mental going to go? Yeah. You start working on that, finding that balance, and once it's gone, your mental on point. You good. So that's my hope for my Maude's Vintage. I just want to be able to have that safe space for my Black men, especially. Again, that's why I started it, because of my boys. And I want them to always know that, mommy is going to be here no matter what. This business is going to be here for you, your kids, the next person, your friends, your grandkids, friends, whoever may come in contact with you. I want my spirit to always be over everything that I do, because I come from within. I don't come from copying somebody. My style is totally different. My brand is totally different. My direction is totally different. And that's where I'm going. That is where I'm going. That's where I'm heading. Y'all see me. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Even if it's a small one, it's going to still happen. Hi, this is Maude's Vintage, and you're tapped in with Hidden Jewels Media.
It's Another Layer Podcast.
Another Layer Podcast.
Another Layer Podcast. And she's on Apple Music, Spotify. She got it all. I believe it is, but I know for sure I'm on Apple Music. You can for sure.
Another Layer Podcast.
Another Layer Podcast.
I'll put that right there.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she's amazing. Amazing.